Hey there, I'm randomly sitting in a park right now and I want to share a bit of my 2006 New Year resolution. I know it's mid-February right now, but it's never too late to plan something. Yeah, so the template or the method I'm using is called Your Compass, which I took inspiration from. I will put a link down below. The video shared more of the details of how that actually worked, but in this video it's more of a personal self-recording that I want to just record last year and 2025 and 2026 in such a video format. So let's get started. So the first part, facing 2005. There are a lot of questions, I think 12 or 13 questions in section 1, which is looking back 2025, but I'm just gonna pick one question and share because it's just a long list. So the question I'm picking is, a book or a movie was made about my past year. What title would I give it? And my answer is Roller Coaster Blast, because last year was like I've been through those extreme highs and extreme lows, and it felt like a roller coaster full of ups and full of downs. It was also a blast that it felt all happened in a second, and which is kind of like beautifully flawed in a way. And going a little bit more into the details, it's one of the major events. It's definitely I got the ideal offer at Uber. I'm so excited at that time because I spent 3 to 4 months seriously job hunting nonstop, and it was with a lot of hard work, including interview prep, mock interviews, and building connections through coffee chats with a lot of different people. At last, when I got Uber's job, I felt like, oh, I won. I finally got what I've deserved. And it's not only a job that meets expectations from, for example, society, my parents, my friends, but even it aligned with what I wanted at that time and met my own expectations towards myself. And I think it's also the very hard part to accept eventually that it's not a job that is suitable for me. Like, we're not that much of compatible, to be honest. And this is it's very hard to admit and finally accept the fact. So which then caused a very dark period of my time. I'm diagnosed with some sorts of mental disorder, and now on I'm still recovering bit by bits, regaining like the natural or original self of me through resting and just doing things that I'm interested in. But other than purely about work, there are still a lot of beautiful and colorful moments with like times I spent with my close friends, meeting new people, and it made me embrace my natural self more, who is pretty emotional, yearning for deep connections with people, and also very self-aware to some extent, being a little bit too sensitive. That's probably a very, very brief of my 2025, but I'm also gonna show you a clip of how that situation or that depression period that I looked like it. 有一种就是觉得是想的很美，但是现实生活上的打击是比我想象中还需要花时间去调试。对，差不多是这样子。So the second part is 2026 look forward. And the question I'm picking is, pick a word to symbolize and define the year ahead. I can look at this word if I need some extra energy, so I remember not to give up my dreams. And the word I've picked is reborn. And the reason why it's reborn is it was an extremely life-changing year looking back. I was defeated. I was under depression. I've lost all my positiveness and the smile that I usually have. It just so naturally. But I still kind of believe that those fallbacks or those lessons are learned in a way that at least I grew some of the wisdom through experiencing those stuff and get to know what's suitable for me and what's not. I will move forward with grace. And it's also pretty strange that I have an extremely strong feeling that I will succeed in my own definition, and I would just be quite chill with a lot of things. I have that potential to make things work. Bringing in a story. I went to a temple someday to ask some questions. I took a fortune stick and it said 心想事成. So the English translation, it's what the heart desires, the mind achieves. And I feel like it's one of those highest levels of blessings that someone could receive. And I would just bring this blessing that some spiritual gave it to me. Carry on my 2026 with a positive mindset. Other than reborn, there is another goal that I want to achieve in 2026. It's about finding my roots in Taiwan. And the reason why I would say this is because after traveling to so many places, there is a strong desire of me coming back to Taiwan is because I wanted to know more about the place I grew up, the place I'm from, because I know Taiwan is such a beautiful country. I am not joking, or I am saying this out of extreme sincerity, that I want everyone on this world to know how beautiful Taiwan is. So whenever I'm traveling or meeting foreign friends out there, I'm always genuinely saying, please do come to Taiwan someday and I'll bring you around as a local guide, because there's truly so much to show people around. That's how I'm treating myself as the ambassador of Taiwan. But at the same time, deep down, I know I'm not that familiar with Taiwan, especially the comfort zone, or let's say the living zone, which is I live in Taipei, so I'm not that familiar with other cities, which is a shame because it feels very strange for me of not knowing good enough of where I'm living. Or if I were to explain and share things about Taiwan, I should be the one being a bit more familiar first before sharing, right? So coming back to finding my roots is also building a community in Taiwan. I think last year I did put some effort in meeting new people, and I did meet some great people, but there's an ache in my heart that it's just still not that mature of a community, I would say. It's one of the major goals this year to explore different paths, maybe those who spark my curiosity, or whether it's about regional revitalization, 地方上升. I searched it up online because that's pretty much it of my 2026. So this is probably a little bit of rambling here and there of my 2025 look back at 2026 looking forward. I'm giving myself the permission this year to be a total beginner, either in discovering, exploring things that I'm interested in, or trying out things that are out of my comfort zone. So I do want to end this video with a question, that is, what are you giving yourself the permission to do this year? So feel free again to share your thoughts and comments. I'll see you in the next one. Bye! What style do I want? Oh, this is good. Rectangle.